There was a famous novel called Castle of the Sand. In that story, there was a protagonist who was a child and who was going from village to village with his father, who was suffering from leprosy. Both the father and son were stoned and removed from the village because the father suffered from leprosy. However, there was a kind policeman who took mercy on the child and put his father in the rehabilitation center and kept the child home and looked after him like a father. After many years, the child ran away from home and step by step gradually became a music composer. He became a worldwide figure. And again, after some few months, this kind policeman appeared in his life. And you know what did this child do, this music composer do? He killed that policeman. Can you imagine that he killed his own benefactor, his own father? And you know the reason why? Because he did not wanted his background of destitute father, suffering from leprosy, coming into the forefront. So he literally killed this old policeman, and he wanted to move forward in life. What could have happened to him? This young talented star whose career had bloomed as a music composer, who was so prominent and famous in the world, could fear something so small, that is his background. He was shy of his background. He was bitter about the fact that his father was a leprosy patient. Can you imagine what extreme can social anxiety lead people to? Just in order to maintain a superficial mask, he, or rather you, are suffering and wearing a mask just to maintain yourself, just to appear true, good, beautiful and handsome, or perhaps the king or the Badshah in the social world. But inside you are suffering. You are leading a superficial life, a life which is completely demarked by arrogance and absolute greed, anger and stupidity. Bahar se sherwani aur andar se parishani. Are you the one who's just wearing a mask in order to show to the world your status of a Badshah or a Shehenshah or a beautiful woman, or a high profile celebrity? But inside you are suffering because everything is superficial. There is nothing real about you. There is absolutely no truth in your living existence. Are you the one who's suffering from social anxiety?
Sarah, 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 she is just like you. Sarah, 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 she is just
Today
like
we have with us Rupa Ganguly to address on this issue of social anxiety. Rupa is an actor, an artist and a classical dancer.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi, Varsha.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Very good to see you.
So, Rupa, why do you think people get trapped into this syndrome of social anxiety and suffer an account of it cause so much of poisonous greed, anger, stupidity around them, and unnecessarily get embroiled into all this pattern of behavior?
The social anxiety is on a high rise with today's generation. We want to imitate what the other person is doing in order to feel higher than them.
Mm-hmm.
But whereas spiritually we are all the same. So it's how we look at the outside more than looking within ourselves. Because the seat of all happiness, it sounds very philosophical, but I think it's really true that any happiness that we want to experience is within us.
Mm-hmm.
What we tend to do is look at the outside, look at the sources outside for the happiness we desire. But actually it all is within us.
Yeah.
So when these things are taken care of, when the inside is taken care of, we won't feel the need to rise up to a certain standard or say that okay, this person for various reasons is above me and hence I am below him.
Okay, but tell me something about these when I was working in a corporate, I used to often see people before a presentation or before meeting like the president or the vice president, they would go through so much stress, like go out and smoke and heartbeat would raise up and then land up in the hospital and so forth. So what can you tell about these kind of social anxiety which people have at their workplace, or for example an actor, who's wanting to make it big, he's like leading a superficial life of just hiring Mercedes or hiring PR and going on loan, taking loan, and inwardly maybe getting bankrupt and falling down the economic ladder, but just to maintain his high profile standard, and just his to show to the world, goes through this kind of social anxiety syndrome. What can you say about that?
See, again, it's a vicious circle. We start it, we become a part of it, and we end it, and we get trapped in it. So the whole social anxiety, the first example that you mentioned about how people are extremely bothered about what the bosses are going to think about them. Well, it's natural to look for recognition, and it's natural to be accepted. The desire to be accepted, we are social beings, is very normal. But then we go to a certain extent because of insecurity of our jobs. Like if the boss doesn't find what I'm going to do interesting, I may lose my job. So this insecurity is also a constant. And where does the insecurity come from? How will I maintain my lifestyle? If I lose the job and the salary is not coming every month, how will I maintain my lifestyle? So then it's all a vicious circle.
Rupa, what do you think are the pitfalls of this social anxiety syndrome? Like I've heard about a friend of mine, she lives in this delusion of this social anxiety, whereby every day like they go and they've taken so much loan, and they go on buying everything on EMI, and like the house is on EMI, the club membership is on EMI, so they are like doing very well. On the surface they appear to be doing very well, like social elites they are, but on the below the surface, I know what the real story is, that the husband has gone bankrupt, but just to maintain that high standard of living, they were like kind of making contacts and PR and everything with all high profile rich and famous people. Like for example, this movie was there, Dil Dhadkne Do, in that Priyanka Chopra and Anil Kapoor's
again directed by Zoya, the
female director. How Anil Kapoor's status becomes, that he's just going on the surface, he's trying to maintain, taking his family on a cruise and celebrating his anniversary on a cruise, and essentially downward he was all sinking, so that is what happens when people try to maintain that status quo.
See, it's again, there's a difference in having a good life, the desire to have a good life. Okay, if we can afford it, if we have worked really hard in our lives and reached a certain position, we have furthered our business or made it bigger than when we had started it, or we are successful.
Celebrating your success is fair enough.
Absolutely. Why not? But then, okay, getting trapped by it is a problem. If you get trapped by it, and if that status quo or that lifestyle starts to define us, then I think we get into the trap.
And then you cannot even accept, that you are now you're becoming less,
problem
that you're falling down on the ladder, and then you cannot even accept that fact that you have to live now in this within limited means of income. Then that coming from up to down becomes a very big tragedy, because
Absolutely.
It's easier to climb up the ladder and experience richness and the lifestyle, but then you fall down, and then to accept it and suffer, because there's a lot of suffering, in your status quo, the ladder of your status quo goes down, and you're dying kind of stuck, like you're just like a frog in the well, and then you just keep suffering because you don't know how to come out of it, and the people there you also kind of delete you from their from their life, because they feel that now you're no longer useful to us. So then they kind of also जैसे कहते हैं ना कि डूबते हुए सूरज को कोई नमस्कार नहीं करता है, तो basically in society also it happens like that कि अगर आप डूब रहे हो तो आपको कोई बचाने आने वाला नहीं है.
हाँ, सही बात है.
So Rupa, would you like to, what food for thought would you like to give to our viewers, youngsters who are suffering from social anxiety, or housewives who are sitting at home and just living in this delusion of trying to maintain a status quo? So what food for thought would you like to give to these people, to our viewers and our audiences in India as well as abroad, as to what they should do in order to nip the bud in the nip it in the bud and not get so much carried away by this status quo, trying to maintain their status quo?
See, I don't know if I can give any food for thought. I can only share what I truly feel, and maybe what I feel somewhere helps our viewers and our friends who are watching us, who are taking their time out to watch us. I feel that, I know it sounds like philosophy, But if we try to concentrate on the within and see that all the
True
happiness,
self.
yes, all the happiness that we want is inside us. Ultimately, what the other person is thinking, that thought is temporary, but the state of mind we have is permanent. You
The
know?
true authentic self within is something
Yeah.
we should work upon.
Yeah, we are a work in progress. All of us are a work in progress. How can we remove ourselves from the temporary and the mundane and be a part of it, but not get trapped into it?
Can you share any experience of yours where you have overcome, like, any aspect of your social anxiety as a proof, and really emerged, victorious?
See, I am also a work in progress. I can't say I've overcome it completely. Well, what happens is, in my past relationship, well, I was told that since I have not reached a certain position in my professional life, I may not be capable financially and otherwise to take care of certain mishappenings or responsibilities. This was the other person's perspective. That in a given situation, if something unforeseen was to happen, I haven't reached a stage where I'll be capable of taking care of that unforeseen situation. One of the reasons why he didn't want to take the relationship forward is that he experienced a lot of loss and in his work area and health-wise. So he felt that I am not equipped to take care of certain adversities along with him. Because I was not earning well, because I'm not in a certain position in my career at this point in time. So it gave him a direct message for the future as well, that this person will not grow in capacity or capability to take care of certain eventualities. So that really told me that how much to do well in life commercially and financially is important. Yes, there is a practical aspect to it. Unless we are at a certain level and can take care of few things and responsibilities, we need the income, we need a certain standing to do that. Not just lifestyle, but a certain standing that okay, I can take care of these responsibilities in a household. If someone was to fall ill, I am capable of taking them to the hospital and pay whatever that I have to pay to save their life. So which is one practical aspect of it. But then to be judged by it, it stayed with me. I would request our viewers to, at least if we love someone, not judge them at this point in time with whatever they are doing. If you show trust, they will flower.
Wow.
They will flourish.
How wonderful thought, that in relationships we face, between the couples, between couples who are attached to each other, couples who are, we just, throw our fears on them and we try to judge them. So we request you, our viewers, our audiences sitting out there, to please log on to sarahshe'sjustlikeYou.in and send us your views, your experiences of trial and error, ups and downs, of victory and defeat. Because you never know, by coming here or by really writing us, giving us your correct views, you will be able to save, you will be able to guide and add meaning to so many lives, so many people who are suffering from social anxiety. Your experiences and your stories is the raw material through which you can save the world. Human beings are creatures not just of those material beings or social beings, but they are creatures of emotions, of the spirit. There is a spiritual aspect on the inside which needs to be acknowledged and which needs to be brought out. No matter how much wealth, status, fame, name or money we may earn, ultimately we will not be able to carry it into our grave. It will all be left behind. What you will carry with you is how much you have polished your life on the inside. On the inside, that is your, hope, courage, tenacity, forbearance, love, compassion for others. These are the qualities that need to be cultured, that need to be cultivated and brought to the surface for mankind, for the use of mankind, for service to mankind. This is what will help one to overcome the status quo, will help us to overcome the weakness basically of greed, anger and stupidity, and rise above our status quo and lead a truly enriching, truly stimulating and a great life. वो गाना है ना राजेश खन्ना का, दिल को देखो चेहरा न देखो, चेहरे ने लाखों को लूटा, दिल सच्चा और चेहरा झूठा, दिल सच्चा और चेहरा झूठा।